So I'm here with Natasha Ru, the Health Nag, and Natasha and I have an interesting story. Over the last few months, we've bumped into each other in 4 or 5 different cities: Los Angeles, San Francisco, London. Now we're in Dubai. Natasha is a one of the most widely respected health influencers and authorities in the local market here, and I've invited yeah, we've invited her to share some of her ideas because she has been on a mission over the last few weeks to share the best ideas that she's come across. So can you tell us a little bit about how things have changed for you over the last couple of weeks?
Okay, in my case, I don't see much difference because when I'm in Dubai, this is my work time. So I do a lot of nagging. I do a lot of online seminars, educational seminars. So for me, when I'm in Dubai, it's no different. But I am a traveler and I travel often. So this is probably one of the biggest differences for me at this moment, that you cannot actually travel. Other than that, my routine is the same. Of course, I spend usually more time outdoors than I am now. But in my, again, opinion, I'm a very big optimist too. So I see positive in everything, in every situation. So I actually much more productive. I'm much more productive than I usually am because there is no distraction. There is no FOMO. There is nothing to be to attend. So I concentrate on my self-development, on my time. I read a lot. And obviously I develop my health programs that I hopefully can help many, many people.
Great. Okay, so we'll get into those health programs. But when you say the word nag, can you just explain that a little bit?
It's because no one wants to hear what you need to do all the time, right? So I am very good at it to annoy people and tell them that they have to take care of their health, they have to eat better, no sugarcoating, very straightforward, very bold. It's not about making you feel better or present it to you in a way where you feel special. It's about truth. It's about hard truth. It's about get the hell out of your old habits, start taking care of yourself, eat better, no excuses. A lot of people crying in a way, verbally crying, saying they're bored, there's nothing to do. There is so much to do. Just on YouTube alone or Instagram Live, there are free online breathworks, meditations, yoga classes, seminars, health educational webinars. There's so much to do. So for me, that's what I nag about, that you have to do and take your health into your own hands, and instead of relying on somebody else, just educate yourself. And there is no better way to deliver this message unless it's constant nagging mode, that it finally gets into your brain and into your head and you start making a change.
Great. And what I'm seeing from your material over the last days, it's not very heavily focused on the coronavirus. What's your philosophy there? How are you thinking about it?
First, everyone's trying to be an expert now. We all a little bit of experts, but we also at the same time not, because officially there is no cure. We know that. That's why throwing the information that is not backed by any studies, like that is what most people do now, and claiming it is a coronavirus protection is silly, right? It's just completely unprofessional. That's why I'm trying to avoid this topic, because I personally don't know how to cure the coronavirus. What I can help you with is whether if you are, hopefully not, are exposed to it, your immune system will be much more prepared, much more stronger, and it will, if not only protect you completely, but even if in any case you will get it, it will help you to recover much faster. And the focus should be on immunity. That's why my nagging usually include overall health, because you can't just take one garlic every day and believe that you will be good. It's a complex. You need multiple vitamins, you need multiple food, you need nutritious food. You also need to avoid fear. We are in fear. You cannot expect great health or great immunity when you're constantly stressed, you're anxious, and you're fearful. This has to be managed first. That's why I gave my webinar yesterday about adaptogenic herbs and about amino acids that actually lift up our serotonin levels. And that's, I think, should be the key. Once you are calmer, we can talk about other vitamins that you need to take to support your immune system. It is not as deadly as we position it. It is spreading fast, but most of our immune system are strong enough to handle it, even if we get it. So panic should come down, take a very clear, rational action.
Mm-hmm. Okay, understood. And when you're talking about the immunity ideas, the aminos, the adaptogens, what are the 20% that will give the 80% of the benefits? What are you feeling at the moment?
Okay, then I would suggest the theanine and 5-HTP. 5-HTP is basically converted already for our brain, converted into a certain molecule, easily absorbable, and directly affect our mood. It helps us to lift serotonin levels. And I think all of us are needed now. Even if you're at home and if you're productive, still we're all feeling that anxiety, limitations, and kind of inner rebels come out. You know, we all want to go out, and it kind of depresses us that we want to, but we can't. So I think 5-HTP, it's very easily for your body absorb. It's synthetic, of course, but it's better to take something synthetic still as an amino acid rather than completely being miserable, where everything is just feels very dark and gray. That's one. And second would be theanine. It doesn't, we don't get theanine from food. It can partially be in green tea, but you can also take it as a supplement. It basically calms your nervous system down naturally. It's also a natural amino acid, but it also without making you drowsy, because some of the anxiety pills or antidepressant also making you sleep, and this is not the case. And I think if to choose between all of what's available, these two are the most powerful, will help us through these tough times.
Okay, so what I'm hearing, I'm familiar with both of those, and what I'm hearing is that they aren't so much about fortifying the immune response, they're more about mindset.
Oh, absolutely. This is particularly just to lift up the mood, but I strongly personally believe when you are in the right mindset, your immune system is much stronger. You are so much more resistant to everything. And the situation is the same for absolutely everyone. It's the way we react to it that is so different. There are people who are completely paralyzed now with fear, full of anxiety. They are unable to even to take care of their kids properly because they're so stressed. And how can we talk about good immunity if we are so fixated on stress and being in a very fearful state of mind? So I would focus on taking that to calm down first, and then of course some other things like immunity boosting, whatever most people are mentioning now. It's a lot of vitamin D3, especially that we are indoors most of the time, and this is not a vitamin just for our bones. It is a hugely important for our immunity. So vitamin D3 regularly now, vitamin C, monolaurin, which is immune boosting and antiviral and antibacterial, manuka honey, great. The higher the obviously the level of it is better, and some garlic. And you cannot just say garlic will fix everything. No, I'm talking a very complex. Everything is important. Your diet is important. The fact you have to move your ass is important, instead of just saying I can't go out anywhere, I'm going to just sit, binge eat and watch TV series. You know, there are so many online workouts. Do workout, eat better, order in vegetables. There are still deliveries out there. Lift your serotonin levels, put up some music, dance. I know, you know, like just it's about being positive and very rational.
Understood. And also I'm hearing what you're talking about when you say health nag.
Yeah, don't get me started, basically, otherwise I'll never stop, you know.
That's the whole point. So, okay, so I've got a bunch of questions here, which I'm going to run through. I'm going to choose a few.
Sure.
Which purchases have you made as a result of the pandemic? What have you bought or invested in?
Okay, but like while most people stocking up on, you know, antibacterial wipes and toilet paper, for me it's food. Of course, I stock up on a lot of protein. I'm not vegan necessarily, but I eat a lot of fish, so I stock up on a lot of vegetables, fruits, and of course I ordered some supplements, which I just mentioned, like manuka honey, everything that's immunity boosting, vitamin D. It's not also about any supplement. You have to make sure that they're quality. high quality supplements. So this would be my first purchase. Then of course I stocked up on some webinars that I would like to participate. I bought some seminars about health that I unfortunately will not be able to attend, so they moved it online. I bought that instead, and I bought some awesome books. This is my purchase. I definitely not one of those who buy antibacterial wipes and stuff like that.
We should be leaving these as notes inside the notes section here. What specifically what you've been looking into.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Did you develop any new or funny habits as a result of the situation?
I do yoga on my balcony now. That's definitely new. I sleep very late. That's definitely new. I go to bed now very late and I wake up very late, and I basically forget my phone on most of the times, like, and I can just not even look at it. That wouldn't be the case if everyone would be so active and so working. So it's a little bit more kind of, I feel like a chill mode for me personally, where I don't check my emails all the time, where I sleep in and just try to focus on what's important to me.
Nice. And one thing that I forgot to mention in the introduction is that Natasha is a serial health entrepreneur. She's founded multiple companies, yoga studios, organic food brands, detox line. What's the detox thing about?
Detox supplements. Yes. So this is basically a fasting program, 3-day fasting program, where there are so many people who never done this before. They're absolutely terrified of not eating. But this is something that I've created and formulated for those people who never tried it before, would love to get the benefits of fasting, but without that feeling of starvation. So the package includes 30 shakes, which is 10 per day. You just dilute it with water, mix it in the water, or any fresh juice of your choice, which is healthy and less sugar ideally, or any other liquid, and you just go on a liquid fast with these shakes for 3 days. I call it a toxins exorcism kit, because it's basically the most cleansing product, but it is not a laxative. That's what most people probably think straight away. It is not a laxative. You can continue your daily routine, but this is basically very cleansing for you. It gives, first of all, the digestive system a break that heightens your immunity automatically, because when you don't eat, it's our immunity time, and everyone knows that. It's when body can actually focus a lot on repair, on healing, anything that needs to be done. Ultimately, that's what boosting your immune system. And yeah, it's there are instructions very clear for complete beginners. There are greens, there are enzymes, there is a lot of fiber, everything that your liver needs, your kidneys need, and your digestive system need to feel good again.
Nice. We'll definitely put a link to that as well. And I'm sure it's helpful for the immune system as well. Now back to the biohacking, the coronavirus theme. What has been your biggest learning or takeaway from this whole crisis?
Actually, very good question. To be honest, there were a few personal enlightenments for me lately. I would probably restructure a lot of things if I knew it would come, right? I think I would do some things better. Whatever I prioritized before was not so important as what now coronavirus made me realize what's more important. To me personally, it's business related in many cases. It's also related things that I took for granted before, like going somewhere, and that changed my perspective a lot. Like, you know, we do take a lot for granted. So I think those shifts happened to me, and I'm actually grateful for that. So I think coming out of this period, there will be a lot of new changes to my life and how I take things and what are my priorities. So that is a positive.
What was the thing that you said about Mother Earth?
Yeah, so I think literally Mother Earth has sent us all to our rooms so we can think about what we have done, really. And for everyone, yeah, and she did that too. She's like, you savages, go back to your room and think about what you've done. And we really actually should take it literally. It may have a different meaning for all of us, because all of us have different lessons in this. But it's like when you're literally faced and forced to really understand what and reevaluate your entire life, your entire priorities, your entire desires and dreams, and also understand where we messed up. And we messed up a lot in our health. We messed up a lot by taking advantage of wild animals and how we treat them. And this is also a part of this topic, right? And how we damage our body without realizing that's all we have if everything else is stripped out, you know? So yeah, these are the lessons, and it's good. In a way, I look at it, I'm very bold in what I'm a kind of tough love person. So it's what we needed. We as a generation needed it to wake up, to start appreciating things, to love each other more and eat better and taking care of health and put more investment into our own personal health.
Okay. And keeping on that positive note, because it was going a bit dark for a while there.
Told you I'm a nag, right?
Who have you seen rising to this challenge most beautifully from the people you're following and everything?
I will not be able to answer this question because I think all of us are little soldiers. Everyone is dealing with it. I wouldn't differentiate from everyone. It's everyone's own journey. So no one specifically stands out for me.
So none of the people that you're following or learning from have really stood out as being an inspiration or anything like that?
You.
Okay.
You are my inspiration in this time because you jumped on it and straight away, let's talk more, let's bring more professionals, let's bring everyone who's got a lot to say. How can we make this matter better? How can we make this time better and support each other? And I think that's great. That's an inspirational. Why go everywhere else? You are in front of me. So thank you for that.
No one else comes to mind. Okay.
I think everyone had a great response, to be honest. Honestly, everyone. You won't be like a lot of people that I admire all came out with a very strong message, a supportive message. And a lot of people offered free help, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Free online seminars, free educational, free, amazing. We are supporting each other. So definitely I wouldn't call one person. Everyone is important and everyone's message is important.
Okay, great. So, shifting gear, you mentioned earlier that you would have changed some things earlier. So that's one of my questions. What advice would you have given yourself, say, 6 months ago?
Save up more. Save up more. Don't spend something on things that you may not be able to use in the next few months.
Around the world.
Thought, right? Don't sign up for certain events. But obviously no one will know, right? But other than that, I think I would just move my whole business more into online and created a stronger online platform if I knew. So this way I can reach, have a wider reach online, and I could offer already professional health courses for everyone to help themselves. Maybe some fun entertainment as well as part of health, because health is not just so stiff, right? It has to be very engaging and playful. And there are ways of presenting health in a more playful way. And that's why I would focus on if I knew this would happen, right? Because at the end of the day, I always prioritize my live events where there was a human connection, but now it isn't there. So need to get creative now, not before.
Okay, thank you. Another interesting question. So you've started doing yoga on the balcony. My question is, how did you change your morning routines or rituals? So you're waking up later?
That would be the main thing. I'm very healthy normally. So if you would ask a normal person who is not in the health industry, they probably had to adjust. They started to take garlic in the morning, or green tea, or warm water with lemon. But for me, I am a health obsessed. So routines didn't change for me at all. Only I don't go out as much. I've stopped going to my beloved drip yoga, which is my yoga studio. I go there pretty much all the time, but now I'm not there. We are now obviously closed as well. So I am now watching my drip classes online, and I'm doing it with my girls who are my teachers. And that's new to me. And there's no heat. I really miss the heat. Where is the heat?
Yeah, just turn off the AC in Dubai, right?
Yeah, but not yet. If it would be summer, it would be great. The balcony session would really work well, but now it's still too cold. Yeah.
So have you transitioned? So, as I mentioned, Natasha has a yoga studio, Drip with a Y. So you've transitioned that business into online classes with your teachers and everything? How's that working?
So yeah, because we had to close the doors, now we are running every single day a yoga class, different kind of classes. Every day on our Instagram live, it's drip_AE, and we offer meditation, we offer webinars, we offer Vinyasa flow, sculpt, all kind of yoga. And we're trying to spice it up every time. That's what we do, but that's not connected to Health Nag. Health Nag is more annoying than drip.
Nice. Okay, I've got a couple more questions, then we're kind of done.
Yeah, sure.
What have you been obsessed about in the recent days?
Food.
What about it? Just eating?
But I think most people can relate. Yeah, literally, I eat much more than I ever used to. So this is definitely this definitely is going to take a little bit of a toll. Thank God my food is very, very healthy. But what else?
You have more of an appetite or what?
Yeah, definitely. It's more of this, like, always you need to have something, you know, like to snack on, or just because there's so much time on your hands. Are you
meditating?
Yeah. I don't meditate, but I have seen some incredible breath works, especially with Richie guy, the breathwork guy, and I've done one breathwork with him online, which I absolutely loved. This is a great for anyone who just starting or completely new to it. There are so many amazing breathworks online, and this is what I've started doing that. So yes, if that will be the new habit, that's one of them.
That counts. Yeah, and Richie, aka the breath guy, he's one of our speakers at the summit. So you have something to look forward to with him. And I have two more questions. One, this might be a quick one, but are there any quotes which you've been thinking about? I know that you made your own quote about Mother Earth. Mm-hmm. Are there any other quotes that have been like playing on your mind that you can think of?
I would say maybe be careful what you wish for. I don't know why this comes to mind, but I feel like many people, I just want to sleep in, I want to stay inside, I just want to do nothing. Yeah. And in a way, kind of, that's what we've got now, and we're not really happy about it. So we definitely need to be very specific when we wish for something and make it more clear. And the grass is always greener. So finding that balance between what we want and what we have, and enjoy both sides is super important. And that's, I think, what we're going to learn now once this is over. All of us, I think, probably can relate.
Nice.
What about yours?
What about me? What?
Your quote.
My quote? Yeah, I mean, that one that you said about Mother Earth, like we've been gathering quotes from all the speakers, and that was the one that cracked me up the most. You know, it's kind of like, especially because it's coming from this Health Nag, you know, like. Yeah. Okay, so let's wrap it up. I have one last thing. Do you have any parting words for our audience? What would you like to leave them with? Obviously, we'll be sharing links to your materials and profiles and everything. What's the main thing that you'd like to leave people with?
I would say what I've posted recently on my Instagram as well. I'll say use this time. It is very unlikely that we're going to have another opportunity like that. I call it opportunity because it's spending more time with yourself, with your dreams, with your families, and what you really desire in this life, and really taking this time to read more, educate yourself, taking care of your health. Some people even went on detox because they know once this is over, there will be always one party to attend, one event to travel to, one restaurant to go to that doesn't serve a healthy food. Take this time to whatever you need to work on it, because there will be no other opportunities like that. I'm pretty sure after a few months, will be all over, and we will go back to our routine. And the worst mistake you can make is to come back worse than you went in. This is time of self-development, self-reflection, and inner work. So use it wisely. Otherwise, you're going to regret it.
Otherwise, you're going to regret it. You have to put the nag in
there. I have to add the nag.
Okay.
I have to add the nag.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being part of what we're doing and everything. And we will keep in touch. We'll put the links to Natasha's materials, all of her wide variety of entities and everything. And yeah.
Thank you, Alex, for great initiative. Thank you very much for that. Bye, guys.